What's going on, gamers? Yeah. We ready? Yeah, I think AGN deserves a lot of praise right now. Uh-huh. What did I tell y'all? All the way back to the Nintendo coverage. Microsoft jacks up the prices of the consoles, jacks up the prices of the controllers, jacks up the prices of the games to 80 bucks. Damn. Who will be happy about this? Nobody. But what did I tell you? All those people that left, because I was doing the Nintendo coverage, all those people that were talking mess about me, when I told them, do not be surprised when Microsoft comes and jacks up the prices too. That none of them are saints, none of them are your friends, none of them care about you. And that as a matter of fact, if Microsoft does it, and I was talking with somebody about this not too long ago, they're actually going to be worse than Sony and Nintendo because they had the opportunity. They set up a pro-consumer route and they just tore it all down. Literally right now, they just tore it all down. And I told people before, the tariffs in China are going to get hit the hardest, and that Microsoft will adjust. So they're a greedy company. It's the greediest company in the world. I've been trying to tell people this. And they're getting blind by the Game Pass nonsense. I said, don't be deceived by the devil. Don't defend any of this. Because once again, you're defending the seven deadly sins rather than a company. That's not what you're doing. You're not defending humanity. You're defending greed. Know what greed is. They have more money than anyone on this planet. They had the perfect pro-consumer route. You already fucking lost. Let's just be real here. Nobody's buying your consoles. It's dying. And you still jack the price. Just don't raise the price up. Because you should have dropped it to begin with. Because nobody was buying your stuff. Like the Xbox One, you had like 4 price drops. Like you can't eat the cost. You have more money than everybody. You're now worse than everybody. People should be more mad at them now than ever. Because it's like, I'm not because I expected this. I called this out. I'm not like I said, because I expected this. But for those of you that got deceived again, how many times are you going to get deceived? How many times are you going to be a sheep? I'm wondering. Yeah, I don't defend none of this stuff. You did see me defend a Nintendo $80 price tag too, though I'm still excited about the new console. I was trying to tell people that no, Nintendo is the best. They are. They're only a gaming company. And they literally only have like price drop issues, but they give you quality. They're in-house. Microsoft is now the worst of the worst. Again, they're like building themselves something at the beginning or at the end of last year, all the way up to this year, and they now just tore it all down. Let's take a look at some of these prices. I know Dreamcast guy has a video up. I don't even have to ask. Okay, the Series S is $379, going up $80. The Series S 1 TB is $429. Guys, just get a PC. And even then, PC gamers don't escape this either. Don't be a hypocrite. PC is the most insane. Look at those NVIDIA prices. Look at the card prices. All of it. All of it. NVIDIA is no better. None of them. Not a single one. That's why I tell people a long time ago, pick your poison. And if you want to talk about not supporting a corporate, it's like, dude, who do you think brought you the gaming industry? You didn't do it. They did. You pick your poison. You see what I mean? We keep it real over here, like I said. And I've been telling people in those previous videos. Y'all know this, y'all who were watching. How many of those people were talking that shit about me when I was covering Nintendo and they were sitting over there being a fanboy in the Xbox world? Oh yeah, you were. That's why I made that Game Pass video last night and said what I said. Now, what do you have to say? This is embarrassing, man. Like, nobody buys Xbox consoles to begin with outside of America. They're jacking the price up on the people in America. These are American prices because they got hit not only with tariffs, but because they wanted to do this. This is an agenda that I've been telling people. This is an industry agenda. Who went first? Because they knew that they had the most flair. They had the most fire. They had the most trustworthy base. This is an industry move. It's not necessarily because of Nintendo. You have morons running around saying, thank you, Nintendo. You have to be stupid if you think this is Nintendo's original idea. The same way $70 went up with Sony and whatchamacallit. I think it was it Take Two or 2K or whatever. No. They've been planning this. Were there tariffs when the $70 happened? When they still didn't drop the consoles down to $499, even after being out 4+ years before Trump's tariffs hit, they still didn't drop the price down. Don't be deceived. Oh yeah, tariffs do affect them, but they want this because they have so much money anyways. They make it all up. We want to be technically real. Hey, I'm just saying. So the Xbox controller is now $70. The 2 TB Galaxy is $729. Who would buy this? Series X is now $600. $100 price increase. $130 price increase. The Elite controllers are $150. The Elite 2 are now $200. Microsoft issued IGN with the following statement. We understand that these changes are challenging. For you? $1 trillion company? And they were made with careful considerations given market conditions. All of them say this, by the way, and the rising cost of development. The rising cost of development. Look, what did I tell y'all that outside of Game Pass? Not sustainable. Boom! Again. Looking ahead, we continue to focus on offering more ways to play games across any screen and ensuring value for Xbox players. I'm not an Xbox player, I'm a gamer, first and foremost. So here goes an idiot right here. Nintendo, let's charge $80 for games. Rest of the industry, what a marvelous idea. No. It's the same thing for the people that tried to charge $70 for games, and people put their games at $70 they didn't sell. That's your problem. You can choose to say, I refuse to do it. You can be smart and follow my method, right? Would you rather sell 5 million copies at $50 and make $250 million, or sell less than $1 million at 80 or 70? Because $1 million at 70 is $70. 70 million? $79.99? 1 million? 5 times 5 is 25, 250 million. You make more money and you have a bigger base. See, greed is retarded. It doesn't care. It doesn't have any human emotion. It's manifested right in front of you. You want to keep defending it? You thought $1 trillion company wasn't greedy and they were your friend because they gave you a copium service? Wake the hell up. And if you get mad at this, and you are a fanboy, but not only you a fanboy, you're just like a pony. But you might be even worse because you have the opportunity to step up to say, I'm not with this, but I still like Game Pass. See, take your benefits, right? It's like I told people in the video last night, go watch it. Take your benefits, but don't be blind to the truth. Ponies, sit down, and fanboys in the Xbox community, sit your punk ass down. PC fanboys, sit your punk ass down. Nintendo fanboys, sit your punk ass down. Anybody that's defending any sense of 7 deadly sins, you're going against your own human nature by doing so. Ponies, you need to sit down the most, though. We still need to deal with you the most. We have to see what some people in the Xbox community have to say, because y'all go on Twitter just embarrassing yourself. But this is more of the people who are trying to think that Microsoft is pro-consumer. No, they're not. I've said it. What do you have to say now? Yeah, who has eyes? Yeah, let's listen to AGN over here. He knows what he's talking about. Let's go over to this article over here by IGN. Actually, you know what's so funny? No, let's go to Resetera. Let's see some of these comments over here, y'all. This is going to be interesting. Now, before we go down this, hold on. Okay, so they did UK and Europe. Interesting. I'm going to take a look at this. You don't think Sony's around the corner? Oh, they were slick with it this time. They said, I'm not going first this time. Who's going to go first? See, all of them in the same industry. A part of the same beast. Maybe competing with each other in the public, but they'll side with each other before they side with you. It's just called behind the scenes. It's just like a villain that comes out of the green room on the stage with the hero. But before they went on the stage, they were in the green room. They were just good friends. They're fine, right? They can go eat lunch and have a good time, but when they get on that stage, they got to act like they're enemies. That's how play works. Xbox, you know, they do their things in the public, but you don't think behind the scenes they both decide the price tags. They both know they want to release their consoles closer to each other. All that stuff is said. But when you get on the stage, you got to play this little game. But they're all taking money from humanity in that sort of sense. Or you're supporting what they're giving you. Like if you get even exchange, you know what I mean? You always had to pay for something all the way back till since Nintendo entered the industry. Do you want this to be gone? Because they would have never brought you anything. That's why I tell people, like, to an extent, you have to realize that they did bring you this world. Like, so you can complain to a certain extent. Where it's like, do you want this to be taken away? You want to focus on other stuff outside of that? You don't want to do that. Mm-mm. So in Europe, oh boy, that's even more expensive. Yeah, they've gone mad. Australia, $549 for a Series S5, half a gig or half a terabyte. $600 for a Series S 1 terabyte in Australia. $749 for a digital version. That's bro. $849 for Series X. $1,050 for the 2 terabyte. What the fuck? Yeah, but that's nothing new. It doesn't surprise. See, anything that we get, Australians will pay more. Europe will pay more. Spain will pay more. Brazil will pay more. UK, you know what I mean? Americans don't realize how good they have it. They don't. Canada is going to pay more for whoever's going to get it. This is just the beginning. He's pretty smart. And now people seriously thought old consoles and gamers weren't going to be affected by tariffs. Preempting that thanks to Nintendo ports over game price increases, this wasn't where inevitably going to end up at some point. This is one of the best comments I have seen. Read this real quick. Preempting the thanks Nintendo post over game price increases as if this wasn't where we were inevitably going to end up at some point. You can remove them from the industry. They're still doing it. That's what they're trying to tell you. Yes, this is the reality. Holy, the controllers are perpetually on sale, so man on net. Oh my God, is there someone we can blame for this? Yikes. Sony will follow suit. Oh, you damn right. You think Microsoft? You think in the gaming sense, Sony is going to allow Microsoft to sell a console more expensive than theirs and make their games more expensive when they win. It's the same principle with Sony doing 69 over Nintendo. This is a way for it to work in the public so that you could get this idea. It's not going to work. What happened? And Sony came in and did what they did. Last of Us won $110. Now watch what Sony does now. Microsoft just gave Sony even more power by doing this. Now you need Nintendo more than ever. Xbox fanboys. For those of you that want Sony to go down. And PC is no remedy either. Look, I'm going to tell you, and I'm on a high-end gaming PC. I've been doing PC gaming for the longest. For those of you that think PC is pro consumer, you're full of shit. What do you mean, bro? Look how expensive these fucking cards are. How they milk people every single year coming out with something. A console comes out every 5 to 6. PC parts are coming out every single year consistently, and they're jacking up the prices. Scalpers get that too. None of them are pro-consumer. The difference is in a PC, you're deciding what parts you want to put in there. And you can mod the game, and the online should be free. Because of how fucking expensive these cards are. Ridiculous. Cards too. We're not even talking about anything else either. So... yeah, but I still would choose PC. Like I said, pick your poison. I still would choose PC easily because on my PC, I can have everything that's on Xbox. Like I told people, I've been trading in my Series X to get the Switch too. Great deal at GameStop. That's over with, though. $420 is insane. Let's go right here. Play maxed out. Right? Just hook this bad boy up right here. And... yeah, I don't know why it does this, but it's just not showing my picture. But yeah, you guys see my controller, and then we're good to go. Still got my PlayStation, of course, because timed exclusives. That's my thing. But like when it comes to PC, it's like I could play everything at max settings. I could go get mods. I can customize things. I could decide when I want an upgrade. I could use all consoles on there, I mean, it's the ultimate third-party open platform machine in that sense. You know what I mean? Uh, there's no contest. The ultimate meta is Nintendo PC, and I've been telling people. Then after that, it's Sony, and then if you're only in the console world, I mean, hell, you might want all three then, because Game Pass is such a still a great deal, regardless of Microsoft jacking up the prices. You can get PlayStation games, or you could just say, "Hey, I don't care about paying for games. I'm getting all Xbox games on PlayStation, so all I need is PlayStation and Nintendo." Okay, and I can see people look, man. I just want to be Game Pass and save money. I'm also young too. Okay, look, I don't think anybody's wrong on whatever platform they want to go to, but don't make it seem like one is more pro-consumer than the other. And it's like, no, not really. No, all of them are greedy. Nvidia is worse than all of them in a certain sense. And that's mainly that's only in the PC world, except on a Nintendo device. But you know, I mean, that's just like whatever. But getting back to this, like Microsoft had the perfect opportunity to look pro-consumer in the gaming sense. Obviously, I was not falling for, like I said, man, Phil Spencer coming on the white horse, you know, looking like the good guy, put the Game Pass. Like, yeah, but prior to all that, you did everything that made everybody want to leave your ecosystem. Now you just have so much money, so you coated your community with Game Pass, which is fine. We love the. Hey, man, look, I love the Game Pass benefit. I think it's the best benefit in gaming. But once again, I am not blind, and this doesn't surprise me. But you had the perfect opportunity. This is that was the only route for you to go to make yourself look decent. Why do you think people were coming out with $49.99 games? Oblivion? That's Bethesda, by the way, that did that, not Microsoft. Bethesda's independent. They publish their own games. Microsoft does not publish Bethesda games. Bethesda publishes their own games. Watch this. A lot of people are surprised. They're like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah. Indiana Jones in the Great Circle. Published by Bethesda. I just want to show you guys something. Doom, The Dark Ages. Oh, I missed a no. See? Published. Microsoft doesn't publish Bethesda games. They do. They decide the prices, by the way. And then you had Claire, right? Game of the Year. Let's just click on this real quick. Right now, that and Monster Hunter are definitely Game of the Year. Let's go ahead and find that Days Gone Remaster 78 Law. 92 right now. 49.99. Because it goes back to what I said before. I still would make more money at 49.99. Let's say if I sold 7 million, it's 350 million. I wouldn't even sell 3 million at 70. That's 210. Do we get the point here? Nobody buys their consoles except in America. Why are you doing this? You're literally just killing everything at this point. They have officially killed the Xbox hardware permanently now. Yeah, you Xbox hardware is dead. Yes. Okay. We could say that. Not Xbox. Oh man, look, y'all. I'm telling you right now. You see, I'm being cool about this in a way too, because like in a way I am calm and collected. Like it doesn't bother me because it's not like I need, to do any of this. Right? Maybe GameStop knew something. That's why they gave that 420 deal, right? Y'all remember that? Because that's what I got for my Series X last week when I pre-ordered my Switch. Um, and I didn't have to pay shit for it because I'm buying game PC. I don't need one, and then they do this shit right here. Maybe GameStop knew something. It wouldn't surprise me. Now they're gonna resell it. Yeah, think about that, y'all. They knew it the whole time. They didn't say anything. That's why you were getting those deals. I knew something was up because I'm like, man, this is too good to be true. So now we get that idea. But let me know what y'all think about this. Get prepared. Sony's around the corner. So guys, like I said, the remedy for this, well, at least in the Xbox ecosystem, you could just use Game Pass. I guess, right? Besides like, controllers and all, you got to pay for all this type of stuff. Controllers, all that. Remember when I said Game Pass is going to go up? Get prepared. That's around the corner too, y'all. Pick your poison. Nintendo is king, and PC is third-party king. Xbox lost its butter today. I went to take a look at the toast. I was wondering, why is it so dry? I don't even want to bite this toast. Well, I don't know what to say. Ponies, sit down. Some people owe me some apologies, don't they? Yeah. Like, comment, and subscribe. Support a real channel. Yeah, listen to me. I'm telling you. I'm a gaming prophet. Peace out, y'all.